Hello everybody, welcome back to the stream. Good to see you all. How are you all doing? So today I'm probably going to do some more art, maybe some more cards. I've got a lot of other stuff to do. Did I do some interesting things yesterday? I don't remember. Off stream. Oh yeah, I made a guillotine. What else did I do? Oh, I made some changes to the shop UI. We can get into all that. But before I do, I want to remind everyone that Alka Mortis is available for wishlisting. It's the game I'm working on right now. So yeah, it's a dark fantasy roguelite auto battler with necromancy and alchemy themes. So check that out if you're interested. You can also join the Patreon to support the project financially. The top tier here will give you or it will earn you an Alka Mortis Steam key at launch, as well as in-game Alka Mortis credits. So your name will be put into the credits in the game for everyone who plays it to see, and you will also get a Steam key, so you won't have to purchase it separately when it releases on Steam. So yeah, that's it. And I also just posted a new thing for Patreon members. It's a preview of the next music track that's coming, which will be the boss music. So my friend has been working on this for a couple weeks, and it turned out pretty good. So, pretty good is an understatement. It turned out freaking epic. So, if you're a member of Patreon, one of the Patreon tiers, you can listen to that now if you're interested. And finally, we've got the Udemy courses. These will teach you how to build a complete game in the Godot engine. So if you've been interested in learning Godot, this is a great way to do it. So check out all those links in the description below. I would appreciate that. And of course, you can join the Discord. You can like the video, subscribe to my channel, all that good stuff. Okay, hold on a second. Dang cats. All right. Hello, Asymmetrics. Welcome back. It's hump day, yes. Wednesday, my dudes. Welcome, Meep. Can you tell us how your first Steam Next Fest goes? What did wrong, what good, how many wish lists you gain? I did a Next Fest for Gunforge. I guess you're talking about the Next Fest for Alka Mortis that I might do. But I've already participated in a Next Fest for Gunforged, which did give me a lot of wish lists. I don't remember the exact wish list count, but I will definitely let you know how the Next Fest goes for Alka Mortis whenever I participate in one. Hello, Emerson. The new YouTube UI sucks, does it? I don't know if I'm seeing the new YouTube UI anywhere. Hello, Rookie Tookie. Welcome. In today's episode, Dev will draw an upside-down jester upside down. Hello, High Law. Everything must be drawn upside down now, yeah. Blair William, welcome. How are the wish lists going? I think I'm at around 900 now, which is good because I haven't really done any marketing. So I'm hoping that once I actually start doing some real marketing, that number will go up. Do you prefer any turn-based RPG? Yeah, Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate 3 is one of my favorite games, if not my favorite game of all time. Hello, Stuff Bill. Thank you for the IDR 10,000, as always. Very much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. Always good to see you. High Law did not block your yummers today, so that's good. We have the yummers in the chat. Welcome, Snuff Bill. It's always great to see you. Look at all these yummers. I'm eating. This one doesn't count. All right. So let me show you. I made a guillotine. I made a guillotine. Bam, guillotine. So this one, what it does is it applies 1 bleed per enemy minion card. So this should actually be pretty strong. So again, bleed will deal physical damage to the enemy whenever an enemy card executes. So if this is tier 2, it will apply 2 bleed per enemy minion card. And then if there's, 5 minions on the board, that's 10 bleed. Now bleed only lasts for 5 turns, is that right? Let me just check that. It says 5 in the description, but I don't know if it's true. Yeah. So it only lasts 5 turns. So realistically, how many cards are going to be executing within that 5-turn window? Maybe not too many, but that's the guillotine. I think, what else did I do? Oh yeah, I have the shop. Project settings. We'll show you the shop. They changed all the buttons. Hello, Sangwin. You cool, keep going, thank you. Appreciate that, welcome. If free space available to its left, you earn a head card. Oh, that would be an interesting one. So the shop, I've updated the shop now. The shop now shows the typical card tooltip over these cards here. And what else did I do? Oh, I fixed a bunch of issues related to, there's some bugs with the invalid click handling. So I inadvertently broke that a couple of weeks ago. So I fixed a bunch of stuff with the shop. But now you can see, you know, what the card does just on hover. And if you want, you can bring up the full inspector here. But that definitely looks a lot nicer, works a lot nicer for sure. And so in this stream, I think what I want to do is just keep building more cards to increase the enemy variety, to increase the player variety. I want there to be a I want there to be meaningfully more content in terms of the cards available to the player from the first playtest. So we've done a bunch of enemy cards, and the guillotine is a player card. So let me bring up my card statistics tool here. I also updated my card statistics tool. It now tells me how many cards of each dimension there are, with this minus here being which cells are missing. So this 3x2 card that is missing, what is that? It's missing the bottom left cell and it's missing the bottom right cell. That is a T-shaped card. So I have one T-shaped card for the player, which is the cultist. I have 11 2x2 cards for the player. I've got 2 2x2 cards that are missing the top right corner, so that's an L-shaped card. So yeah, you can see that a lot of these, like 1x1 is very common, 2x2 is very common, and the more odd-shaped ones are far less common, which is okay. So that's just another piece of data that I can look at to build out the card library a little bit. I think it makes sense for there to be a lot more 1x1 cards and a lot more 2x2 cards, like regular shaped cards, than irregular shaped cards. So I'm not worried about like making it parity where there's an equal number of cards of all shapes. But this is still useful information, so I know, hey, if I've got at least 5 of everything else and only 1 of this, then maybe I should add more of these card shapes, you know? Bleed is always satisfying in games. I agree. Got the reroll button working on the relic selection node, or was it another one? Yeah, the reroll button works, I just haven't animated it yet. It just needs to have animation done. Good morning, Arion. Welcome back. Good to see you. All right, so what should we do for cards? Rabbit Foot would be a good one. That would probably be a 1x1 card again, though, which is fine. Paladin, Foot Soldier, Crossbow. A crossbow might be a good one. Enchanted Suit of Armor. Trebuchet would be a good one. Would it be a good one? I think so. Or horse dung. Potato, Candlemaker, Village Elder. We already did Sage. Oh, is this a different type of Sage? Okay, well, it's not the herb. It's not the herb sage, it's the wise man sage. Messenger, Herald, Town Crier, Fletcher. A witch burning at the stake. That would be a cool one. That would be a very cool one. That could almost be like a 1x3 card. That could almost be like a 1x3 card. I'm just imagining. Yeah, that could work. A deer, flail, halberd, pitchfork. Tapestry, rosemary, basil. We've got a plague mask we can do for the player card. Scourge, Iron Maiden, stretch table. Eyeball would be a good one. Maybe we can do an eyeball. That would be a 1x1 though. Idol would be a good one. What do I need? Let's see. I definitely need more weapons and relics. I think the plague mask would be good as a relic. So maybe we'll do that. Do a plague mask. So let's see. This will be, we'll just make it a 2x2. Nice and simple. Yeah, 2x2. Okay. Gotta open up my Ace Sprite. Sage, smelly, yeah. Zombie Gravedigger. I already have a zombie, but it's a good suggestion, Everone. Good morning, Ninja Link, and also welcome back, Everone. Always good to see you. Okay, what did I call it? Plague Mask. Okay. Let's see if I'm on top of my art skills today or if this is going to be a dramatic failure. Let's see. Let's see. What do I want to do? So we do like this. I want to make it like almost laying down on the table, kind of. Oops. Or laying down on something. What am I doing? Thank you. Something like that could work. Maybe. Oops. I'm just going to move this down a little bit. That should work. That should wake. I'll just draw this like that. Okay. How do I do the magic, or not the magic, not this? Lasso tool? something like that. Maybe. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Yeah, kind of works. It kind of works. I'm not going to make it white, though. I'm not going to make it white. Was just getting the shape in place. Okay, I think that looks pretty decent, actually, shape-wise. So let's, I don't know, let's just figure out how to do the shading, I guess. Plague Mask interacts with nearby herbs, like the IRL equivalent, maybe too strict. Yeah, I don't really have, like, I don't want to do something like that because then I'd have to classify cards. So in addition to the tags that they have, I'd also have to give them like a category, like this is a creature, or this is a plant, or this is a, you know, I'm just trying to keep it strictly to tags only, or either tags or looking at what abilities the item has. So if the herb items typically have healing, then what I would do is make the Plague Mask scale off of healing. You know what I mean? I don't want to get too complicated or specific with my items. I may do that at some point, depending on like how big the card library ultimately ends up being, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know for sure. Alrighty, so now we got to figure out the shading here. Okay. Might make this darker, actually. Alrighty. We're getting there. That's probably all right. Necropsy kit weapon necrotic. Your vids are top for educational content. Thank you, Seed Lang. I appreciate that. Random Q. If you have to use a laptop for general, what would you use? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about like what's good deals for laptops. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about laptops. Maybe somebody else can chime in with some recommendations. Looks like a witch's hat. We have a thing called rolling calf in our folklore. It's basically a shape-shifting bull that walks with heavy chains and fire for eyes. Oh, interesting. Hello, Rin. Welcome back. Is Village Doctor a card yet? It is not. It's happening. Plague Mask, yes. Welcome, JKHE. That was an odd image to open the stream to, without any background knowledge. Yeah. A Plague Doctor. It's a Plague Mask. Yeah, I think I have a Plague Doctor written down. Hello, Shirley. Good morning to you. Welcome, welcome. Subtle blood splatter on the mask. Plague Doctor, eh? Too bad you can't have an even longer nose. Mac laptops are great. Yeah, I mean, depending on your budget, you might be able to find like a used Mac laptop for relatively cheap. I think I've had like 3 different Mac laptops throughout my time being a software engineer, and I've given away 2 of them because every time I get a new one for my job, I'm like, well, I don't need this one anymore. Here you go. Hey, family member or friend, do you need a laptop? Here you go. And they're still working. Like, they're still in great condition. They get a little bit outdated because that's just how the technology goes, but they still work great. So honestly, if I was like on a budget and I needed a new laptop, I might consider just looking for a used Mac just because they're very reliable. But beyond that, I don't know. I don't really know what else to do here. I mean, I guess I can just add some highlighting in here, but I just don't know. I don't know exactly how that would look. There. I don't want to go overboard with the highlights. You know what? I don't really know if there's much else that needs to be done here. I think that looks kind of cool. Oops. The thing about doing like a blood splatter on here is that I just don't know, because everything else is red here, so I don't know if that would read as blood if I were to put blood on here. I think that looks decent. I mean, can't really complain about that, right? How are we feeling? Yes or no? An apothecary would be cool. I think I'm going to struggle about art when you're good at coding, but I'm wrong. What do you mean? You think you thought you were going to struggle, but you didn't? An apothecary? I don't have an apothecary, I don't think. A used M2 laptop is leagues better for productivity than my twice as expensive PC. I have a late 2012 MacBook Pro sitting on the desk next to me and it runs great and it's the latest OS. Yeah. Yeah. Glass reflection on the eyes or a rim to give off the idea. Oh, right. Well, yeah, are they supposed to... I don't know. I guess they are supposed to be sealed, right? I just kind of made them as holes. I think that kind of, just that one pixel kind of sells the idea that maybe these are glass. I wonder if I could... Yeah, just use that slightly darker color there. Oops. Yeah, I think that's subtle enough where it still looks dark, but it kind of does... It kind of does sell the idea that these are... that that's like a lens or a covering of some kind. I think that works, right? Use a Mac Studio as my main machine. Yeah, I prefer my PCs, but only if I build them. If I were to, like, if I was looking for a laptop, if I needed a laptop, I would seriously consider not getting a Windows laptop and getting a Mac instead. But if I'm going to buy a PC, it's going to be a desktop Windows machine with all my components picked out, you know what I mean? You're welcome, Snupbill. Something preserved in a jar would definitely be cool, though. Blood splatter looks like shadow. Yeah. Black dots look like a smile. The mask is nice. You like it? Good evening, Zombie Biscuit. Also, welcome back, Nobody. Maybe the eye holes are not homogeneous, but no biggie. Yeah, I think... Oh, that's not right. It's hard because the nose is right there. But I think it's okay. Plague masks are fully enclosed, yeah. I'm not homogeneous. You notice your spriting skills are improving. Good job to you. Thank you, Snupbill. Thank you. Technology at the time was smells good equals no death, so they stuffed the masks with like herbs and flowers, yeah. Which, you know, if you don't know anything about germs, is actually quite a good heuristic, right? Stuff that smells bad has bad germs. Obviously, the smell alone is not what causes it, but... Anyway. I think it's okay. Once again, it's not my finest work. It's not the piece of work that I'm going to be like, look at how cool this is, but it is definitely serviceable. So now we need to come up with an ability for it. Yeah, let's come up with an ability for it now. I updated my tool as well. So the plague mask script that gets generated from my tool, or the script for the card that gets generated by the tool, and now has this all set up for me instead of me having to write this every time. So now I'm ready to write a composed ability here if I need to, and if I don't need a composed ability, I can just remove this and use one of the pre-made from the ability builder here. So we need to come up with an ability for this. While we're thinking of that, while you guys are thinking of that, I'm gonna change some details about the Plague Mask here. It's a 2x2 card. It is flippable. It is a ritual item. We can make it, should we make it a relic? We might as well make it a relic. The trick is, like, if I want to make something a relic, instead of making it a generic item, I could say Plague Mask of so-and-so, right? So it just, if I make it a named item, boom, it's a relic. So I think that's pretty cool. But we already have enough ritual items, so maybe a relic is just fine. Plague Doctors had no business wearing that much drip back in the day, seriously. Gives you Super Mario Shy Guy vibes, not in a bad way, good. Get the job done nonetheless. Some Plague Doctor got the wrong idea and used the nose as their pet mouse's home, quite defeating the purpose. Oops, yeah. 50% chance to heal your poison enemy. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. The problem is the enemies don't deal poison to you. That's the thing. So if it was going to be poison, I think it would have to buff poison. But yeah, 50% chance to poison or heal sounds good. I like it as a protective item. Add the inflamed stomach as a relic. Hello, the ant. That's an interesting idea. Make the enemy infected and it spreads to other cards. I like the idea of like 50% chance to heal or 50% chance to apply poison. That's kind of interesting. Inflamed stomach like a fire belly. Oh, I got you. I got you. Yeah. I like the 50% chance to apply poison or heal. I kind of like that. So let's see. How are we going to do this? So I got a random chance provider. Excuse me. So we've got a random chance provider. We're going to need a conditional poison is equal to new conditional ability decorator. Oops. Maybe we'll do like 3 poison. Var heal is equal to new heal 5. Conditional poison, conditional ability decorator, poison. And the condition here is going to be random chance provider dot get value is less than 0.5f. Var conditional heal is equal to new greater than or equal to 0.5f. Okay, and so what we'll do now is we are going to add in the random chance provider, conditional poison, conditional heal. Okay, the scaling function, ability scalars dot make, or no, get heal scalar, var poison scalar, get poison scalar. Const and base poison, base heal. Okay. Var new poison is equal to poison scalar base poison tier, var new heal poison dot set magnitude poison dot set base magnitude. Okay. I wonder if I should do randomly applies poison or randomly apply poison or heal or get magnitude. We don't need the 4 there. Okay, I think that's all right. Oops. Let's see what happens. Poisons, virtues, and humors are a doctor away. Flavor text no one asked for. Oh, that's cool. Maybe I'll do something like that. Hello, Clickertail. Welcome back. Art best enemy is perfectionist. Randomly apply 3 poison or heal 5. That works, and we can just throw this into the upgrade here real quick and see. Randomly apply 4 poison or heal 6. So that scaling is working. Awesome. I like it. Okay, Plague Mask is done. Well, it's not done. I need to add the flavor text. Cool. Alrighty. Let's see what else we can do. Okay, so we've got some more relics. We need more player weapons. We also need more alchemical for the enemies. Let me, I'm gonna change something real quick. Private int total enemy cards. Total player cards. Okay. I think that will help. All right, we have 39 enemy cards and 48 player cards. So we're almost at 100 total cards in the game. I think maybe for the playtest, I could just round it out. Let's make at least 50 player cards for the playtest and at least 50 cards for the enemies. So we're already at almost 100 cards and the game is not even done yet. So I think getting to 300 or 400 cards by the time the game releases is doable. So yeah, we'll see. Sacrament wine, that's a good one. Hello, Michael. When you have these things like items, abilities, do you find it easier to just create an interface and code them individually, or try to make the class as generic as possible to work with just data? So I am coding them individually, all of my cards here, but I have a framework that I use for building the abilities. So it's kind of a mix of both. So like with the Plague Mask we just did here, I used a bunch of the tooling that I've already built, all these classes and stuff, to compose the ability. So for instance, this random chance provider here, this is an ability that provides a float value. And basically an ability in the code, it just means anything that can be executed. So when the card executes, it executes all of these base card abilities, and a lot of them are going to be invisible to the player. So a card that, like the Plague Mask, you're only going to see in the description the poison and the heal that gets applied. But there's an additional ability here, which is this invisible one called a random chance provider. So the abilities execute in the order that they're supplied in this abilities array here. And the reason why the random chance provider needs to execute first is because that execution is what actually grabs a new random number. So when this quote unquote ability gets executed, it just assigns a new value to the chance here. And then because this has iAbility value provider, that means that it has this method get value that can return the float value. And then what I do is I have these conditional ability decorators, which are handled specially in the card execution. It does exactly what it says. It conditionally executes the decorated ability. So I pass in an ability here, and then I also pass in a condition function. This will get evaluated when the ability executes, and then it will determine whether it needs to execute the decorated ability or not. So anyway, that's just a quick way of showing that I have a bunch of abilities written, but those abilities that are written are like building blocks. So everything in here, all these things you see, all these are all abilities, but they're all building blocks. They're all individual chunks of functionality that I can pull in depending on what I need to do for the card. And then I just pull those in and I compose this card's specific abilities in the card class here using those building blocks. So I have a generic framework, but I do need to like glue things together on a per card basis to make the card work the way it's going to. And the reason I'm doing that is because so far, like I originally designed the game so that I could just design some abilities and then I could just like take those abilities and slap them on whatever cards. But it turns out that every card I'm making has a slightly unique ability. There are very few cards in the game that just have the same ability as another card. And so there's not really much reusability in terms of what is the card's actual like composed abilities. So that's why I opted more for like a framework where I can easily compose the abilities from building blocks. So hopefully that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but hello V. What are we doing? We just made a plague mask. So that's in the game now. Are you running the tool for command bar are you running the tool from a command bar? What is that? Yeah, I actually have a video on this channel. It's my most recent long form video of how to make editor tool scripts. So you can check that out if you're interested. Basically, you can create an editor tool by extending editor script and annotating it with the tool annotation. And then you can just, like these tool scripts will just show up in the command palette, which is Control-Shift-P by default. And then if you look, you can see that editor scripts section here. Your custom tools will appear in this editor scripts section. So yeah, they're just little scripts that you can run in the Godot editor itself, which is really nice. Your lateness ruined the game. Uh-oh. Hello, Symphonic. Did you play Megabonk? I did not know. Late, so missed my wonderful opinion. Seriously. No, always good to see you. Welcome back. That makes sense. Like if you happen to make a change to some building block SIG, there might be a big refactor to make it work elsewhere, but in general, I like that flow. Yeah, and that is greatly mitigated if you make them super modular, right? So if you just make them the minimum necessary functionality to get it to work, then the risk of having to change it as part of a refactor goes way down. But this is the nice part about using C# as opposed to GDScript, is that if I do make a breaking change, the compiler is going to find all the instances where things have broken, right? So it makes refactoring a lot easier. Okay. So oops, that's not what I wanted. So the enemy needs more relic and more alchemical cards. I mean, doing food items is a really easy way to do alchemical cards. Let's see. Let's see here. A rabbit foot would be a good one. Maybe we should just do that one. Rabbit foot. I do want to do the witch burning at the stake. I think that would be cool. Food ration increases max health. I kind of want to attempt this one. Thinking maybe like a spring could be cool, like a spring water. Is base card a resource class or plain code? Base card is plain code, but it extends ref counted, and the reason why it's extending ref counted, I think, is so that it can be passed around as a signal argument. The thing about Godot is that if you want to pass your own class as a signal argument, so you want to emit the class, the instance of the class with a signal emission, it won't work unless it's ref counted. So you can't just like put a pure C# object as a signal argument. It has to extend some kind of Godot class. Okay, we can do a rabbit foot. Let's do a rabbit foot. Eye of Newt, Adder's Fork, Snake Tongue, Mugwort, Mandrake Root. Ooh, Mandrake would be cool. I'm gonna add Mandrake here. Eye of Newt. A Wild Godot stream. Hello, hey Tebow, welcome. Just thinking of a witch cauldron ingredients over here. Yeah. I guess Mandrake, I guess that would be more appropriate as a player card. I don't know. Maybe it's better as a player card. Anyway, let's do the rabbit foot. I don't know how to make this look like a rabbit foot. I guess we'll figure it out. If you don't mind me asking, what is the app you're using to organize the process of game development? That's Obsidian with the Kanban community plugin. Obsidian, the note-taking app. Welcome, Marco. Signals are engine level stuff, so that does make sense. Right, yeah. Hello, Lucas. Welcome back. Draw the beans. Oh, maybe I should draw the beans. Whatever the actual name for those are. The Latin name is beans. Venus cuteness. Can I do that? I don't know. Okay. How am I gonna do that? Oh, that looks kind of good, I guess. That might work. That might work. I guess it's okay. Bigger foot would probably be required. Actually, never mind. The main bean would be red well enough. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I could change... Was it worth changing the color here? No, I think it's okay. Rabbit's foot fungus. Looked better straight. What looked better straight? I'm just looking at reference images. See, the interesting thing is, like, I don't know if I should show this on stream. Should I show it on stream? The interesting thing about the rabbit's foot, if you look it up on your end, is that it just looks like a fluffy, just like a pile of fluff. It, like, has basically no definition at all. That is not a rabbit. I know I'm not showing it on stream, but ew. Yeah, they just look like indistinct piles of poof. It's time for game dev once again. Give up on the beans if those are supposed to be beans. Sorry. Okay. I mean, I could just make it look more like what it looks like in the reference images. It just doesn't, it just looks like a pile of nothing. That I mean, this actually looks more accurate to what the reference images look like. But it also doesn't look like a rabbit foot. I think you get more rabbit feet result searching for Lola's foot. No, the beans. Make it a human foot with bunny ears. I wonder if I can I just do, I wonder if I could do a mix of both. Probably not. It does read like a rabbit foot. The ones I've seen anyway. Okay, I mean, if it looks like a rabbit foot. I wonder, I don't know about, let's try this. Let's duplicate this. I'm going to get rid of this for now. I'm going to put this more on the corner here. And then I'll do this. Move the little cord away from it to some extent. You could try tying the string around the foot too, but I like it like that. We could put like a little... What is the string attached to? Bone? Yeah, good question. I mean, a rabbit foot in classic pulp culture sense just looks like some kind of fluffy magic pendant, right? All bean haters are malcontents, public enemy number one. Hmm. The string sort of reminds me of a tendon. Said by fan number one, very sus. That's what the bean haters would say. Is it possible for the string to make a closed loop for clarity that it's meant to be an amulet? Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do it again. Can do that. Do we like that better? Do we like that better or no? No. Okay. Perhaps instead of entering the foot from the top, it enters from the sides. For a 1x1 that's beyond a Call of Duty, the name will carry the rest. Alright, now I gotta go to the gym. Hope I created chaos enough. You did. I think I like the loop. I mean... Oops. Alright, we're just gonna go with this one. Sorry, V. We're gonna go with this one. I do agree that I think with the name, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. We don't need to spend this much time on a 1x1. Rabbit foot export. Alright, now we gotta think of an ability for it. Rabbit foot. 7. I mean, this is supposed to be lucky, right? So we'll give it a 0.2 critical chance. This is going to be a relic. It's 1x1. Rabbit foot. Minimum notoriety region 1. And then maximum 2. Reads well, I think. Loop plus white lump equals rabbit foot pendant. There you go. Alright, what ability should it have? What ability should it have? Tell you what, I'm going to take a quick 3-minute break. Let's all think of what ability it should have. Remember, it's an enemy. So rabbit foots are supposed to be lucky. Rabbit feet are supposed to be lucky. It's an enemy faction card, so it can't do anything like poison or anything like that. And it's 1x1. So we got to keep all those things in mind. I'm going to take a quick 3-minute break. I'll think about it while I'm on the break. And then when we come back, we'll figure out something to do. But put your suggestions in the chat for what you want this to do. And I'll be right back and we'll get that done. Okay, I'm back. So I have some ideas for the rabbit foot, but let's read your ideas first. Make it so it has a 1 in 111 chance to do plus 777% crit. Wards off critical hits sometimes. Add that as flavor text just to be extra obtuse and diabolical. Yeah. Can't go wrong with a Kamehameha? I think that's a reference to an anime or something. I don't know, I'm sorry. Maybe it has a chance to make adjacent cards trigger early. That could work. Rabbit foot boost crit chance of all minions by 10% at the start of combat. Increases by 5% individually every time the minion fails to crit. Resets individually to 10% once the minion crits. That is interesting. So my ideas were somewhere along the lines of that. Somewhere on this earth hasn't watched Dragon Ball, yeah. The cartoons that I watched when I was a kid was SpongeBob SquarePants, Jimmy Neutron. What else? How am I forgetting this? Oh, I guess those are the only two coming to my mind. Never saw Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z. No, I haven't. Nope. Nope. Rugrats. Yes, Rugrats was one I watched a lot. Basically, the stuff that was on Nickelodeon. Okay, so anyway, for the rabbit foot, I was thinking, so we could go like the grimoire route where it has like a 5% chance to apply like a bunch of different things. So it could be like 5% chance to paralyze, 5% chance to buff crit, 5% chance to heal, 5% chance to do all this stuff. But I do like the idea of just like providing a crit bonus to adjacent minions. The problem is, I think my coin... The ancient coin has a 50% chance to increase the critical chance of random adjacent cards by 100% for one execution. So I think the rabbit foot, if it just provided crit chance, would be too close to that. Caught a glimpse of Evangelion as a kid, must have done something to my brain. That's funny. Provide chance of extra heal. Do you have a dodge chance system, perhaps? You could do that, maybe. I have a miss chance, so you can apply a debuff to a card to make it miss, which is kind of like an inverse dodge, right? Because I could just apply the miss chance debuff to enemy cards. So the opponent, so in the case of the rabbit's foot, enemy would be player cards, right? So it could apply a miss chance debuff to the player cards. What kind of builds do you have in mind? For example, all physical damage builds only have crit chance to look forward to as of now. Yeah, I think that's basically the thing that you would do to buff. I mean, there's a couple of interesting things, like there's the slime, which does increasing physical damage based on the amount of damage that you've taken. So you almost want to have, for instance, no shielding when you're using the slime, because you want to take as much physical damage as possible, and then the slime will retaliate with that amount of damage plus a multiplier, or times a multiplier, rather. So there's that. There's lifesteal, which is not really built out totally, but lifesteal being that, you know, when you deal physical damage, you will heal for that same amount. There's bleed, which is physical damage. So you can have items that apply bleed. Perhaps a crit multiplier instead of chance, plus 10% plus boost to crit X, 5% every time not critting. Yeah, the thing is, like, I could boost the crit multiplier. The problem is if the rabbit foot gets placed to something that doesn't have a crit then it won't work. But I could do both. I could give it like a 10% boost to crit chance, so it has at least a base crit chance, and then like a 0.5x or a 1x boost to crit multiplier. I think that could work. That seems good to me, right? Because crit can also affect everything, right? Crit can affect poison, it can affect bleed, it can affect holy, it can affect physical damage, it can affect shielding, healing. So maybe we'll do that. I don't think I have a crit multiplier buff. So we're gonna need to add a new buff for crit multiplier, which I think is doable. Rabbitfoot needs to insta-kill even if a low chance, as per Monty Python and Japanese media obsession based on that. Vorpal bunnies. I was thinking about that too. I was thinking like it has a 1% chance to insta-kill. I just think that would be kind of unfair. I mean, it might be better if it was like a 1% chance to heal some enormous amount, like 50 or something. So it's not like game over instantly if that triggers, but it does make it a little bit more difficult. Let's just do, so I'm going to make it buff critical chance and also buff, buff what? Critical multiplier. So we need to modify critical multiplier. Public virtual float modify critical multiplier. Okay. Let's just copy this one. New file. Critical multiplier buff. Modify critical multiplier, multiplier plus buff amount. Okay, so now we need to do critical chance buff. We need to create a new ability for that. Buff critical chance. So we're going to copy this guy. Create new file. Nope, wrong spot. Buff critical multiplier. Critical multiplier buff. Duration magnitude divided by 100. That works. Why is this a board queryable? I don't understand. Okay, I want to remove, let me do this. I'm gonna make a note here. Remove iBoard queryable from buff abilities and use buff applicator instead. That's just a technical thing that I want to do to clean some things up a little bit, but that's right. Let's copy this. Oops. Critical multiplier buff. Buff critical multiplier of... That's not actually going to work. That was basically useless, but that's okay. I'll just copy this. Buff critical multiplier, const, and, well, I don't need to do that. Let's just do 1. Magnitude is equal to... Let's start it off with 75. I think that'll work. Base magnitude. Scalar, make additive scalar 25. Ability configuration. Ability builder.ability configuration. Base multiplier magnitude const int base chance magnitude is equal to 10. I'm gonna make this, put this down here. Oops. Mult scalar. I'll worry about that in a second here. Buff critical multiplier dot query options dot tag filter is equal to card tag dot minion. Buff critical multiplier dot query options dot query directions is equal to board inventory component dot query directions. Dot adjacent. Buff critical multiplier options dot limit is equal to 1. And we're going to do the same thing for these critical chance. Okay. Var chance scalar, make additive scalar 5. That's perfect. Okay. That'll work. Okay. Increases critical chance. I don't know how to write this. Minion. No, that doesn't work. How did I do this? Ancient coin. of one adjacent minion by and buff critical chance, okay, magnitude, buff critical multiplier divided by 100. Okay, I think that works. Maybe that'll work. I don't know. Let's go ahead and add it. I'd like to see an enemy board consisting of one wheelbarrow and only rabbit's feet. That would be something. Rabbit foot. Enemy board of exclusively 9 rabbit feet, each with a 1% chance to end my run would be horrifying, but best left in my mind. How much protein in 100 grams of rabbit feet? Good question. I don't think rabbits are very meaty to begin with, so probably not very much. Mostly as collagen. Could reference rabbit starvation. If you have more than 1 rabbit's foot in the board, keep the added crit modifiers but decrease total damage. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Could be that if there's more than 1 rabbit foot, every extra gives flat 5% miss chance to enemies. Hippity hoppity, off with your heady. Okay, let's see. Rabbit's foot. Increases critical chance and critical multiplier of one adjacent minion by 10% and 0x respectively for 1 execution. That's wrong. This has to be 100F. Increases critical chance and critical multiplier of one adjacent minion by 10% and 0.75x respectively for 1 execution. So if I put this here, this is a very quick card as well. So this could actually build up quite a bit. Just want to see if this works. Sell. Goodbye. All right. Critical chance increased by 10%. And critical multiplier increased by 0.75x, 1 execution remaining. Very cool. Bam! Oh, it didn't crit. So yeah, it's good. It's not going to be super useful because it still needs to have the crit chance apply, but yeah, so this actually is not going to be that powerful if the minion already doesn't have crit, at least not until it's upgraded. So I want to see what an upgrade would look like. I just want to make sure the upgrade works. Let's put the rabbit foot there. 15% and 1x respectively. There we go. All right, that works. And did I mark this as an enemy card? I did not. Enemy is flippable. Okay. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Rabbit's foot, flavor text. So I gotta do the flavor text still, but I think that's fine. And what we can do also is if we want to check it, do board configuration editor here. Run this and we'll just see what some boards would look like with that item. So we do that, wave function collapse. We got some rabbit's feet here. What did I mark the rabbit's foot as? I think I marked it as a relic. Why am I not seeing any rabbit's feet? Here's one. So this is useless, but because it's a relic, it's affecting this reliquary here. That is doing nothing there. That helps that guy. So I might need to make some changes to the wave function collapse algorithm. Especially as my cards are growing in complexity, I need to tighten up the rules so that they're placed a little bit more sensibly, but that's all right. Five by 5, let's do 2. Oops, I forgot to apply the dimensions. Yeah, so the rabbit's foot is being placed sometimes where it doesn't affect anything, but that's all right. We'll figure it out. I don't want to make any changes to the wave function collapse algorithm this close to the release of another playtest, because I could inadvertently break something. Yeah, it's looking good. Actually, the rabbit foot jester combo is actually pretty nuts because the jester increases the critical chance to 100%, and the rabbit's foot will increase the critical multiplier. So if the rabbit's foot and the jester target the same thing, then it's just going to do massive damage. Wave what? There goes my hump day. Wave function collapse is an algorithm to generate stuff. Yeah, that's hello Lucas. It's a long running joke in the chat here. It's yeah. Oh, there's an actual cat. Yeah, there's a cat in the game. Yeah. A warhorse with a warhorn, no rider. All right, let's do this. Let's add, let's see, add rabbit foot. So let's just do a playtest. I haven't done one of these in a couple days, so I'm going to disable all my debug stuff. Let's give the game a play and see what happens. Jester, the Wizard of Oz. Alrighty, let's put my skeletons on my board. Probably go for the booster first and go this way. I don't have any money, so we'll take this one. Plague Mask already. So I got a bunch of big cards. That's not going to help me. Unless, I wonder if I can just win with the Grimoire, actually. I might be able to win with the Plague Mask, too. I actually never tested the Plague Mask, so let's just see. Okay, I'm probably not going to win with the Plague Mask. Dang it. Okay, I'm going to try to win with the Grimoire instead. Give me some shielding. Grimoire. Ah, funk. Okay, now it's applying shielding, like every time. Okay, alright. I should be able to win against this cat and prayer beads here. I think. Yep. Just outlast them. Oh, another cat and prayer beads. This is way too common. I don't know why this is so common, but... Ooh, lots of preserve coming out. Okay, let's do... Oh, there's a lot of good ones here. I'll hit this and I'll loop around this way. All right, let's hope that this is some good enchanting. Echo. I shouldn't take Echo because I still need to nerf that. Let's take all poison applied increased by 1. Then we're going to go this way. I have $15. I'm just going to increase my health by the base amount. Let's grab an artifact. Telescope. Telescope could be useful, although... Yeah, let's just take the telescope. So I can see farther now. Increase board size. Where are the boosters? I need more cards. I can go this way and grab that booster. Although I can't put another enchant on, so this is going to be a wasted move. But that's okay. Okay. All right. Serious question. Since a rabbit foot is a standalone object, would the plural be rabbit foots? I don't know. I'm ESL, but why not feet even in that instance? I don't know. Maybe you don't have many enemy L shapes. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, I think that's the problem. I think the cat, too, because it scales off of a ritual, it just like chooses a ritual item for that last slot automatically. Okay, I need some firepower. I'm going to take this one and get some +1 to tier of cards. Okay, all right. That's not entirely helpful, but it's a start. There is no healing on this board, so this is not going to help me. I might die. Yep. Shoot. Man. I'm going to see if I can win with the Viper here. Okay. Viper's actually pretty strong. I'll keep the Viper for a second. This is a tough one. I'm not at all ready for the boss. I think I have to swing this way and grab this booster here. I've got 30 points left. So I'm going to swing this way. Hopefully I win this one. If I don't, that's okay. I have 2 cards to sacrifice. Viper might be strong, actually. That's okay. Let's go down here. All poison applied is increased by 1. That'll work. We'll grab this booster. I probably will pay for higher tier cards again. Okay, now we're talking. Here we go. Giant squid. Yes, please. And another abomination. We can get that board size increase. Okay, we might be in good shape here. We might be in good shape. Grab this board size increase here. Alrighty. Now we're cooking. I almost want to... The Viper is doing a lot. Actually, I'll just put this here. Yeah, I think that'll probably be alright. We've got an upgrade here. Let's just go ahead and slap the upgrade on the Grimoire. Oh, I should have upgraded my Viper, actually. That's alright. Okay, I think we're on the right track. I think this boss fight is doable. Okay, alright. We're in business. We're in business. That was a rough start, but I think building some momentum now. That is a tier 2 upgrade. I might just go ahead and grab that. So again, when you defeat a boss, you get 3 free moves. So the moves don't increase your notoriety level. So you have extra time to finish up visiting whatever nodes you want here, or you get 3 free moves into the next region. However you want to use your moves, you can do that, but I'm going to upgrade the Viper. Yep, put this here. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Go here. So now we got this enchant. It's a tier 2 enchant, so I can put another enchant on this. Increase critical chance by 10%, critical multiplier. I don't really... I'm just going to put, well... Swarm? I mean, maybe I'll just throw Swarm on this just preemptively in case I get Swarm from somewhere else. Alchemy. We haven't done any alchemy yet this run. Let's go back this way. I'm going to spend my money to increase my health by a lot. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab this alchemy here. All right, what do we want to alchemize? I kind of want to take the giant... Oh, I don't... That doesn't fit. Never mind. I might take my Grimoire and alchemize that with the Amanita Muscaria here. I'm hoping that I get a 1x1 Amanita with all those effects. Let's see. Legendary Amanita Muscaria. Let's go. Absolutely. Oh, 2 legendaries. Okay, well, we'll just take this one. Okay. We're in business. Unfortunately, the Abomination is not going to be useful because I don't have adjacent weapons, so let's just put that there for now. Do I want an artifact? I want both of these, so I'm going to have to probably take that movement penalty here. I'm going to hit this first, and then I'll go this way. That seems like an easier route to me. If you skip on an event, does it generate less notoriety? It does not. So I need to think about what skipping an event will do. We can either make skipping the event do no notoriety, or we can make it just give you some money so you're not just wasting it. We'll see. Okay. So now I can put... Oh, shoot. This Viper is too big. I can't fit my giant squid on there. Well, I need some more cards. Is there a booster here? Yeah, there's one there. So I guess I'll just make my way this way and get that booster. What do we got here? Paralyzes a random enemy minion for 8 turns when combat starts. I only have 1 minion on the board. Gain 4 damage. Oh. I think I'll take the Basilisk Eye. I haven't tested the new Basilisk Eye. Oh, this might actually be a hard board, but let's see. Oh, maybe not. Basilisk Eye came in clutch. Have you thought about making a daily run mode with a leaderboard? Daily runs are something that I want to do. A leaderboard, I don't know. Because the leaderboard is just not going to be secure. Like, it's just going to be subject to hacking. So I don't know how useful it would be realistically. This has 3 enchants on it. Nice. Alrighty. Now we can grab this booster. What's that thunder thingy? Oh, the lightning, that's just the effect that plays whenever a card affects another card. So this bell resets the cooldown of 3 enemy minion cards with the least turns remaining. So that just is like it's a visual indicator to show which card it's targeting. Okay, Plague Mask. There we go. Oh, we have some weapons now. Marionette. Let's put that there. Okay. All right, we're getting there. Oh, this combat looks difficult, actually. Oh, maybe not. Pumpkin Patch. Oh, there's a lot of healing on this board, so this is actually going to go... This is going to go off. Very cool. Gotta admit, on the first playtest, I had no clue notoriety was a thing. Assumed every step was a point to the timer. Oh, yeah. Sorry, that was funny. Gotta go, kids have a half day today for parent-teacher conferences. All right, thanks for joining Asymmetrics. Always good to have you, and have a good day. Very easy to take steak, too big, giant squid won't fit in there out of context. Yeah. It's true. It's true. I'm going to spend some of my money to increase my health. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. There's a rabbit's foot on this board, which does not do anything. So this should be a pretty easy board, actually. Let's take this board size increase here. Now we're talking. I almost want to remove the plague mask. Sell the abomination. Remove the plague mask and put the squid on. And then we can put the axe here. I think the bell is too strong, honestly. I think the bell, honestly, I think the bell is the thing that's making these combats very easy because nothing ever has a chance to move. Let's increase health by 30. Okay. I'll just take this one. Mosquito swarm. Snail cat. Exhausts all alchemical cards. Well, I don't want to do that. Goodbye, snail cat. Sorry. Oops, I didn't mean to click that, but oh well. I was going to go that way anyway. Alrighty, now we've got some interesting choices to make here. Let's do axe, mosquito swarm, and I guess that's it. Come on, give me an axe with the mosquito swarm ability. Okay. Oh, this has swarm though. Oh. But this one is super powerful here. This swarm though would trigger my viper because it's got swarm as an enchant. So I could trigger my viper multiple times. But this also has the mosquito swarm ability on it, and it's dealing 2x damage. So this is going to deal 12... Wait, this is going to deal 22 damage every time it executes. And then on the third turn, that's going to deal... I don't know. Wait, did I say 22? Hold on. Deal 22 damage, so 44 plus 12... Is it going to do 56 damage? Is that right? But it's got an 11 turn cooldown though, so I don't even know if it's going to get to that third execution, but let's see. Fingerbone of St. Christopher 3. Let's go. See what happens. I don't think the axe is really going to... I don't know if the axe is really going to have time to trigger. I need to make my way upwards, northwards. I'm close to the notoriety level here, so I kind of want to hit that, but I don't know. I'm going to be out of position if I do that. I mean, I guess I have 21 points remaining. So that's 5, 9, 14, 18. Yeah, that's going to be over 21. That's going to be 22 there. I don't know if that's close enough to the next region. Let's just try it, I guess. We'll take a chance. This board is getting destroyed. Legendary Snake, yes. I'm trying to learn how to use Limbo AI, an add-on available on Asset Lib. Do you recommend using it for someone who's new to me, or would it be better to learn from scratch? How behavior and state machines work. Well, yeah, if you're new to how behavior and state machines work, you should definitely familiarize yourself with how they work. That said, you know, like using an add-on can make your life a lot easier too. So it's definitely useful to know how it works under the hood. But yeah, I would say also don't shy away from using the add-on if it makes your life easier. And it may be the case that the add-on is not like, you know, it may be the case that the add-on allows you to understand how state machines work too. It's not as if using the add-on is going to obscure important information from you. You're probably still going to have to learn how the add-on works and how the state machines behave with the add-on and everything. So I would say you could go either way with it, honestly. I would say, I guess to simplify it, I wouldn't say that using the add-on would be a detriment to your learning. I guess that's the way I would put it. I don't have many enchants on this. I'm going to stay away from Echo. Let's do poison on this again. Apply 3 poison, okay. This is a pretty strong board, actually. I don't have many synergies going, though, that's the thing. I'm kind of just stomping without having to do any meaningful synergy, which is fine, but... I don't want to use this. Or do I want to use this, actually? No, probably not. Can I fit this in here somewhere? Okay. Broken sundial. Let's take that, actually. That's going to help my status effects. Well, not really. I mean, it's an even DPS, but we'll see. Oh, boy. Let's see what happens. And I got destroyed by the boss. Okay. Is there a way for me to win this? I don't think this lantern is helping. Playing some inventory Tetris now. I don't know if there's a way for me to win this. I'm hoping the staff will help me get off some more damage quicker, but... yeah, I really don't think... I don't think I can win this one, but we're going to try it. So let's sacrifice this, and we're going to get rid of the Hellspawn egg too. Goodbye. Okay, that was closer. Let me see. I just want to see how much damage... How much damage did my staff do? It dealt 12 damage there. It did 11 damage there. Okay. Well, let's see. I think I might be able to win this. Okay. Whew. All right. That was tough. I think it's because, like I mentioned before, I don't really have any synergies going on this board. I'm just kind of relying on the raw power of each card, and I think that kind of bit me a little bit, because now I just got stomped by the boss a couple times, but we're good. We can keep going. This is going to be a good one. I'm actually going to get rid of the fire and put that there, that phylactery. That's going to work really well. Let's purchase the dowsing rod. Oh, yeah. Let's see. I'm going to go into my alchemy here. I'm going to put this staff with this dowsing rod here. Hopefully I get a staff with that crit chance. Or the dowsing. Oh, I shrunk. Okay, yeah, we can use this. So now I've got a 50% crit chance on the, and it's 1.5x this total stacks. Okay. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Do I purchase another broken sundial? Maybe we'll do an upgrade, actually. Upgrade. Do I want to upgrade my Viper? Actually, it might be worth upgrading this. Okay, now we're getting some synergy here. So now the goal is to apply as many status stacks as possible to the enemy, because when this dowsing rod goes, it's going to consume all those stacks and deal 2x damage. So now it's a game of how many status effects can we get going. Let's purchase the enchant. Critical chance by 10%, critical multiplier by, yep. Critical multiplier by 0.5x. Okay, this is a very strong card now. All right, here we go. Here we go, here we go. Let's just, oh, that's a tier 4 upgrade though. Can I upgrade this more? Oh my gosh, here we go. You're welcome, Kipper Falcon. Do you thought making a shop visible POI on the map instead of being able to always sell items? I have to be able to always sell items because what happens if you get a card that you can't make room for? I think it would feel really bad to have to abandon a card because your inventory is full everywhere. Let me see how much damage the dowsing rod did. 37 damage. Okay, we're in business now. Let's go grab some more boosters here. Hello, Zabraz. I'm doing well. Thank you. I sent you an email with early access to my game. Did you receive it? I don't know. I didn't see an email, no. Maybe it went in my spam. Oh, you just sent it. Yeah, I got the email, thank you. No promises, I can't promise that I'll play it, but I appreciate you sending it over. How do you tell what gets upgraded? I'm unfamiliar with the card, so I assume I have to memorize all the description and check what changes after. Yeah, that's something that I should work on in terms of showing how the upgrade will go. But I've standardized all the stat upgrades for the most part, so generally speaking, the damage will go up by 1, the poison applied will go up by 1. It's generally pretty predictable. There are definitely some cards, though, where it's not quite clear how they get upgraded, so I need to do something for that. I haven't yet added it, though, because I don't think it's that... I mean, it's important, but I don't think it's that important, because it's a purely beneficial thing. Yeah, thank you again, Zabraz. Is it possible to add a shiny shader to the upgraded stat? Maybe... Okay, now I'm just destroying these boards. Still need to do a lot of balancing here, for sure. Okay, we got some alchemy going on. So what can I do here? Giant Finger, Plague Mask, Rat. Ceremonial Dagger. That did not go the way that I wanted it to. That's fine. Copies the poison abilities of adjacent cards. Apply 3 poison. Copied from Ceremonial Dagger. Copied from Rat. Oh my gosh. Okay. Can I fit? That's a 5-turn cooldown. Oh my gosh. That's 6. Oh, this is a good one too, though. Yep, okay. Here we go. This is a poison dagger, so we're gonna take that. Okay, so this is going to copy the poison abilities of up to 3 adjacent cards, and it's gonna apply 3 poison itself and double the poison applied if the adjacent card applies poison. That is nutty, fam. Now I just gotta figure out a place to fit it in. So what did it copy? Copied from Viper, apply 5 poison. Copied from Phylactery. Copied from Giant Squid. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're good to go. This is going to destroy. Goodbye. Oh my. Was that 194 crit? Oh my gosh. The Dowsing Rod did 194 crit damage. Goodness gracious. Okay, I don't see how I possibly lose now. I don't see how I possibly lose. I don't even want to necessarily buy anything. I mean, it can't hurt to buy board size increase, really. Can't hurt to buy max health. I could do another alchemy, I suppose, but I don't want to push my luck. Only for a few seconds in the upgrade window. One shot, yeah. Thanos Dowsing Rod. Alright, let's see if I can beat the final boss. That's going to be the big tell here, I think. Ooh, cultist. Can I fit that somewhere? Did I break anything? Oh, that's fine. We'll just start fitting some extra stuff in there. Okay. Goodness gracious. Character be making 3 figures now, yeah. Yeah, this is nutty. We'll see what the boss is like. I'm just gonna skip. I don't need anything. Yeah, let's see. I don't know what tier this upgrade is, but we might as well just upgrade this. Oh my goodness. I just built the most broken dowsing rod of all time. Maybe I should save these. I'll just skip. Just skip, it's fine. Alright, we're almost to the 3rd boss here. I think I'm gonna annihilate the boss. I'm not sure, but we'll see. What are you up to today? Just working. That's it. Alright, Archangel Melzahel. 14 damage, 4 damage per additional allied relic card. Okay, that's going to be a lot of damage. And it's got 571 health. Alright, let's see what happens. Oh, the boss actually did quite a bit of damage to me, but that's it. That's it. There's no, I don't properly end the game yet, but I won. I won my run. And this was a run where I started off very rough too. I lost a couple times, had to sacrifice some things, but we're good. We're good. Very cool. Anyone have any thoughts? I think there's still quite a few balancing issues. I wish the power curve was not so spiky. I mean, it is fun to get like really powerful things, so I don't want to eliminate that, obviously. But, and the other issue too is like the difference in difficulty between the boss and the combats is quite stark. I think the boss is like, if I were to estimate it, like 100% more difficult than the most difficult combat of the region. So yeah, I gotta figure out some strategies for getting this under control. I think the game feels a lot better from where it was. It's certainly a lot more difficult. I do need to make more strategic decisions, especially like before the third region. But in this run, like once I got to the third region, it was basically just a steamroll. There was no more really meaningful decisions for me to make. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to figure that out, I suppose. Thank you, Meep. Is there now a full run? Yeah, so that was the full run that we just did. So went through 3 regions, got a board that looks like this. And yeah, I think the other thing is that currency is still generating too much. Who would win, a celestial timeless being with millennia of combat experience subduing unholy creatures versus a funny wooden stick, right? It's true. So yeah, I think there's still a lot to do with this game. It's not anywhere near where it should be in terms of like the balance and the meaningful choices, but it's getting there. It's getting there. You know, I still want to make it so that there might be reasons that you want to go to other points in the map. Yeah, gonna have to do some thinking, but for the next playtest, which is going to be releasing around Halloween, this is the experience that you're basically going to have. So yeah, that's that. I'm actually going to kick off a new build here. Let's see. What am I doing? Here. Tags. My last tag was V0.5.1. Get tag V0.6.0. Get push. I forgot. What is my... Oh, I didn't update these. Oh wait, no, it's fine. 4.5 stable mono. 4.5 stable. Build playtest has to have test at the end. So I just want to, okay. I'm just building this for my own personal thing. But what this will do is that will kick off an automated build process, which will create the binaries, attach them to a GitHub release for me, and also they get published to Steam so that I can test it through Steam and make sure everything's working. Generating too much or not enough money sinks, right, yeah. Is there a boss between each region, or is there one boss at the end of all 3? There's a boss in each region, so there are little checkpoint nodes that divide the regions. If you visit a checkpoint node early, you trigger the boss fight early for that region. Otherwise, if your notoriety fills up to 100, the boss fight happens automatically. And then in the 3rd region, there's no way currently to trigger the boss fight early, so you just have to get to 100 notoriety and then the 3rd boss comes out. But there's a unique boss for each region, so the Mayor is the 1st boss, Marshal Holt is the 2nd boss, and Archangel Melzahel is the 3rd boss. There will be more bosses than that, but those are the 3 that you'll encounter in the playtest that you'll play against. Anyway, yeah, that's going to be it for the stream. Yeah, lots of thinking to do, lots of balancing to do, lots more content to do. Oh, this is going to be difficult. This is going to be difficult, but we're going to get it done. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for being here. Very much appreciate it. If you want to support the game, you can wishlist Alchemortis on Steam. So definitely would appreciate a wishlist if you haven't done so already. And also you can support the game financially on Patreon. As a reminder, if you join at the top tier in Patreon, you will have an Alchemortis Steam key sent to you when the game launches on Steam, so you don't have to buy it again. So if you buy this tier, that is effectively a pre-order of the game. You'll also get your name listed in the Alchemortis credits as well. So that could be interesting. And there's a bunch of other perks here. So definitely hope you consider supporting. Also, you can join the Discord. That's free. You can like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Thank you again for all the support. I very much appreciate it. We're going to try to make Alchemy Mortis a banger. I'm going to try as hard as I can to make it a banger. So we'll get there. But anyway, I will talk to you all tomorrow's stream, 10 a.m. Eastern. Hope to see you there. Have a good day and bye-bye.